Good morning, everyone. Here we are again. We're starting another week of virtual preschool, and I'm really glad that you have decided to join me for circle time today. So, let's go ahead and figure out what day it is. So remember, we have our new days of the week. Oops, let me move that a minute. Forgot to move that. All right, so the last day of school we had was Thursday, then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So today is Tuesday. Yes, so let's put our rainbow arrow up at Tuesday. There we go, Tuesday. All right, and let's see if we remember what month it is. Who remembers the name of the month? Yes, January. So let's go ahead and count the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What comes next? 11. So let's figure out the pattern. So we have snow person, hat, mitten. Snow person, hat, mitten. Snow person, then what? Yes, hat. So we have a number 11 with a hat on it. So that was yesterday, Monday. That was a 4's class day. All right, so we need to do one more. 9, 10, 11. What comes next? 12. And let's see what our pattern is. Snow person, hat, mitten. Snow person, hat. What comes next? Mitten. Yes, so we have a number 12 with a mitten on it. And that is today, which is Tuesday, right? Okay, so our whole date today is Tuesday, January 12th. And remember, the year is now 2021 or 2021. All right, so let's figure out, let's see what the weather is today. So we're going to look at our new little weather chart. So when you go out or when you look out the window, does it look partly cloudy, cloudy, sunny, windy, rainy, stormy, or snowy? And then you'll need to step out the door to feel the temperature. And remember, we have our new little thermometer that goes from the hottest to the coldest. And remember, down here it says freezing cold, and anything 32 or below would be considered freezing cold. All right, so does it feel burning hot? Does it feel hot? Does it feel warm? Does it feel cool? Does it feel cold? Or does it feel freezing cold? And you can remember, you can have your mom or dad look up the temperature on their phone, on their weather app, all right, or on their computer, something like that. And remember, if it's anything that's 32 or less, it can be freezing. All right, so that's the weather. Now, remember, we are talking all about winter most of this month. So last week we did lots to do about what we put on in the winter to go outside, right? And we kind of talked about some of the signs of winter, like snow and cold and having to wear all those clothes and the trees not having any leaves, and some animals are hibernating. Some animals migrated, they're gone. Some animals are still around, like the squirrels, and they're adapting to our weather. All right, so this week we're going to be talking more about snow and snowflakes. All right, so I have this special book in here. This is not a book that you could get from a bookstore or from a library. This is a book that a teacher like me wrote and illustrated, or she found graphics to illustrate it with, okay? And it's all about snow. So let's pull it out and see it out of our mystery envelope. And it's a little glary because it's laminated. So this book is called All About Snow and Ice. So here we go, all about snow and ice. And see, it has these little ring things on top, because what I did was I printed this book, I laminated it, and then I punched holes, and then I put these little rings in it to make it into kind of a book. So here we go. It's snowing. I see the snow falling down from the clouds. Every snowflake is different and unique, just like me. And then some of these pages have these little boxes up here. It gives us more information. All snowflakes have 6 sides and are the shape of a hexagon. All right? So when you go outside and you see snow, it doesn't really look like this, does it? But if you were to take a piece of snow and look at it under a microscope, this is what you would see. You would see something like these snowflakes here. And all of the snowflakes you would find would have 6 sides and would be the shape of a hexagon. So let's count the sides of one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that one has 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that one has 6 sides. They all have 6 sides and are the shape of a hexagon. This snow is wet and perfect for making snowmen. Wet snow has more water in it. So wet snow is better for making snowmen because you can pack it together really well. It has more water in it. Sometimes snow is dry like powder, and the wind blows it around. Dry snow has more ice in it. So that powdery snow, that has less water in it, more ice. So more of the water is frozen in it, right? Because we know if water freezes, it turns to ice. I see the pond is frozen solid and has turned into ice. Never walk on ice. Some ice is thin and it can break when you walk on it. So you would never want to just walk out onto a pond that has frozen unless a grown-up tells you that they know it's frozen really well, okay? Because you might fall right through. Look at the icicles on the tree. The snow is starting to melt. So there's an icicle there. Icicles form when snow melts and refreezes. So I know kids like to lick icicles and suck on them and eat them. And it might be okay, I don't know, it might be okay if it's from a tree, but if you find an icicle that's hanging from a roof or from your car or something like that, it's not a good idea to lick those icicles because they can have all kinds of yucky chemicals in them that came off your roof or off your car, okay? Ice and snow make playing fun. What do you like to do in the snow? I bet you can think of lots of fun things to do in the snow. All right, we're back to the beginning. All right, so let's see what work we have this week, or for today anyways. All right, so remember, I wasn't able to send home your January calendar with the first week packet because it wasn't ready to print yet. Remember, I don't make that calendar. There's another teacher that makes it, and she shares it with other teachers, and I print it when she has it ready, which is usually the first of the month or maybe the day before. So we have our January calendar, and we remember that we need to write our name, right? Miss Mika. And then if you're 4 or 5, you're going to trace all the numbers. If you're 3, you can trace however many numbers you would like. Okay? So I'm just going to trace up to 5 there. So I wrote my name and I traced some of the numbers. So now we need to make our picture. This month we are making toilet paper snowflake prints. All right? So I told your mom and dad to try to hang on to a couple toilet paper tubes, and if you don't have any yet, that's okay. Just wait until you have a couple, 2 or 3 toilet paper tubes, and then your mom or dad or you, whoever, is going to cut some strips in it. This one has very thin strips, you see, and then I flattened them down so that it can be used like a stamp in paint. This one I kind of cut triangles. It didn't turn out as well as the other one, but that's okay. And then you're going to need some white paint. So I've got some white paint in a bowl here. You're going to need to put it in something that has a pretty big flat bottom, at least as big as this bowl, so that you can dip your whole toilet paper tube stamper into it. Okay? So what we're going to do here, we're going to take one of our toilet paper tube stampers. We're going to kind of dip it in there. And then we're going to stamp it on our paper. I have to wiggle it around a little bit. Now these snowflakes are not 6-sided snowflakes, right? These are just like toilet paper tube snowflakes. So they're not scientifically accurate, all right? So then I have of my little snowflake prints that I made on here. Okay, and then if you've got room down here to glue it before it dries, then go ahead. Otherwise, you can wait to glue your calendar on until your paint dries. I'm going to go ahead and do it. So I'm going to put some glue on this corner and this corner, and then I'm going to stick it down on there, and mine's kind of touching the paint. It's okay. So there is my January calendar. All right, so that is one of the activities you can do this week. Also in your packet, you have this snowflake lacing activity. Now this snowflake doesn't have 6 sides either. I believe it has like 8 sides, so it's an octagon. So it's not an accurate snowflake, but somebody else made it and I printed it, so we're gonna just go with it. So you have a yellow yarn. At the end of the yellow yarn, there's a piece of tape wrapped around. Don't take that tape off. That tape makes it easier. It's kind of like your needle for sewing. It makes it easier to sew in your snowflakes. So it's tied on there. You're gonna go in the first hole, and you see this part right here? I call this a tail. All right? You don't want to have a tail. You want to pull your yarn all the way through until your tail is gone. See, no tail. Then I'm going to go in the next hole, and I'm going to pull that tail all the way through. We don't want to have a tail. I'm going to go in the next hole. I'm going to pull that tail all the way through. And the next hole, pull it all the way through. And remember, when you're pulling it all the way through, be gentle. Don't pull too hard. If you pull too hard, you could rip this, okay? I put it on a little bit thicker paper that I happen to have, but it still can rip. All right, so pull it through one more time, and there you have your snowflake that you have laced up. Now, you can take it out, and you can do it as many times as you want. All right. So I'm going to pull my yarn out. Oh, that one kind of went over the wrong way. That's all right. Okay, so there's that. We also have a snowflake matching game. All right, and I showed this to the fours class yesterday, so I already have a couple matches on there. You can see right here I made a match. Right there I made a match. So you have these 2 pieces of paper that are matching mats, and then you have a set of snowflakes with a little paper clip. And you are going to take that paper clip off, pick up a snowflake, all right? And you know what? I'm going to kind of put this way. I'll put these like that, and I'm going to take this snowflake, and I'm going to put it next to each of these snowflakes on the mat until I find the one that it matches. There it is, right there. Look at that. See? It's a match. So then I'm going to take my glue. If you want to be able to do this activity more than one time, then don't glue your snowflake cards down. Just put them on top of the paper. If you only want to do it one time, you can glue them down. All right, so there's my match right there. I'm going to do one more with you. Let's see here. Here's the one I'm looking for now. So I'm going to go like, oh, look at that. It was the first one. Huh. See, they match. So then I am going to go, and these are six-sided snowflakes, all right? This activity actually came in the same pack that I ordered as the book I read today. So the same teacher made this activity as that book that I read today. So these are accurate snowflakes. There's your match. So you're going to match up all the snowflakes in your little packet of snowflakes, snowflake cards, okay? So that's another activity you can do. All right, one more. Now this one, your mom and dad are going to have to do a little extra work for, okay? In your packet, you've got these pattern block templates. At school, we have something called pattern blocks, and we use them for lots of different things. And one of the things we use them for is to make snowflake designs. All right, so your mom and dad will need to cut out some of these triangles, some of these, what are these? Trapezoid, maybe, I think. Hexagon and parallelogram and diamonds. Okay, they're gonna have to cut out some of those for you, and then you're going to use them on a piece of paper to make a snowflake. So I have some that I have already cut out right here. So here is one of the hexagons, which happens to be the shape of a snowflake, right? A hexagon. So there, I'm gonna start with that one, I think. Oops, just hit the microphone. Sorry if that made a loud noise. And so I'm going to glue that down on my paper. Actually, I'm going to put the glue on this side, I think, with the... All right, stick that down right in the middle of my paper. There it is. And then I'm going to start building off of that with my other shapes. Okay, so these are those diamonds or really skinny parallelograms, right? So I know they're kind of hard to see because they're so tiny on the screen. So I'm gonna put some glue on that. I'm gonna go like that. And I'm gonna just go around making my snowflake. I'm just going to put on a set of these for you to see. All right, I'm not going to make a whole one for you because that would make you wait for a long time and sit and watch Miss Mika. You don't need to do that. You can do this by yourself, can't you? You do not need Miss Mika to make a whole snowflake for you. Let's see here. Trying to turn it over here. All right, so there is the start to my snowflake. All right, and then I could keep going and building on with different shapes. All right, and yours does not have to start the same way as mine. You can make yours however you want, okay? But try to think about the fact that a snowflake has 6 sides when you're making it. All right, try to make yours with 6 sides. If it doesn't, that's fine too. Just give it a shot. Okay, so that is another fun activity you can do. All right, so that is what I have for you today. I hope you have a great day. I will see some of you today at 10:30 for small group and circle time again Thursday and small group for those kids on Thursday. So everyone have a great day. Bye everyone.